Oh, they go back in, and perhaps the flag waving will now just about finish. Well, Ian, as I said, injustice has been done. Scotland have lost, and yet they dominated the game. Give us your own impressions of the game.
Of course, Scotland did dominate the 90 minutes. I don't think England had a real clear-cut chance in the game. The goal was a result of a mistake, if you like. But having said that, Jack had said it towards the end of the game that, you know, Ray Clemence didn't have any chances. So at the end of the day, we've got to look at ourselves and say we created situations, but we didn't hit the ball in the framework. We didn't get shots on target.
Well, painful though it may be, let's have a look at that goal again. It was, as Jack had suggested, from perhaps the first decent cross that Peter Barnes had offered.
Peter Barnes, who had done nothing the whole day, as I said, I thought he might have been overawed. Crossed a good ball in here, goalkeeper gets it and then loses it, and Stevie Coppell's in like a flash. The goalkeeper attempted to, you know, try and save it again, but there you are.
There have been criticisms of Scottish goalkeepers before, and Alan Rough is not free of that criticism.
Well, I think we can go back a few years about Scottish goalkeepers, you know, but I must say this, that he had been inactive for most of the game, and it's always a difficult thing that all of a sudden you get a cross to deal with like that, and he came out under challenge and dropped it. I'm sure he himself feels that he should have got it.
Well, look, you were saying that Clemence had a fairly quiet game, but after 20 minutes, Asa Harford, who must be the man of the match, had a great chance to put Scotland ahead. He was certainly, he had a fantastic game, and we can have a look at that. Let's read it over here now, look.
OK, fine. Well, actually, Scotland, throughout the game, got to the byline on numerous occasions. This was another instance where Willie Johnson again got there. Over it came. There's Asa coming in at the back, tried to keep it down and hit the ball into the ground. You know, he got his foot on top of the ball and squeezed it into the ground. But that was the type of chances that we'd been getting throughout the game. But we, as I say, we never got the shots on target.
Yeah, and the ball seemed to be on him too quickly, ready to do much about it.
Well, 9 out of 10, he'd have just stuck that in the net, no problem.
Yeah.
But he obviously felt, well, I'm going to keep it down.
Right, let's have a look at it in slow motion. In fact, we can see exactly how they retrieved the ball from behind the goal.
I thought Willie Johnson had a fantastic game, played very well, got his crosses in today, which was a big part in the game. But here's Asa coming in, and as you see, did well to get over it, but any other day except this one, and it was in the net.
We say that Clemence actually had a very quiet game, and yet when you think of all the trouble that Joe Jordan caused to that shaky England defence in the first half, it does seem strange that they've got nothing to show for it, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, you see, Joe Jordan is not a goal scorer. Joe doesn't get many shots on in goal, and Kenny Dalglish today had,
but exactly,
for him, an off
Kenny
day.
didn't sort of, you know, pick up anything coming from behind.
Kenny had an off day.
Yeah.
The midfield players caused a little bit of concern. They had some shots, but from probably too far out, and as I say, off target, you know, over the top and past the post. But overall, Scotland dominated the game, played very well. Midfield players were all good. Even the two boys that came on settled in. Graham Souness, first-class player. And Ali McLeod has got so many good players that I feel that we've certainly got a chance now in Argentina.
Yeah, you still feel confident about Argentina, do you?
Yeah, and I think it's a great thing. The crowd, although the boys are very despondent, the crowd stayed, wanted them out, and gave them tremendous support. I think it's great for them.
Certainly, they got the motivation. Well, thank you very much, Ian St John. Can I have a look at the table now, just to see exactly what the situation is? England, of course, with a 100% record winning the championship. Wales in second place. That win over Ireland last night, and of course the point against Scotland. Scotland with 2 draws and 1 defeat, that against England today, and Northern Ireland with just that 1 point in fourth place.